Can you hear me?
What? Did you say something?
Yes, I said so. Aren't you listening?
I'm listening, but I can't hear you. Sorry, I'll be quieter. What did you want to say?
I said, can you hear me through the microphone?
Oh, I guess the answer's no. It's hard to listen to others sometimes. Maybe they are speaking too fast or using words that you don't quite understand, or maybe they are just too busy and they are not paying attention and listening.
Or maybe they have laryngitis and they lost their voice.
I think this often happens with our relationship with Jesus. Not the laryngitis thing, the other stuff. We get so busy in our life that we forget to listen to what Jesus has been teaching us in the Bible. Sometimes we are great at learning about Jesus and knowing the information, but we are really kind of bad at listening to him and living like he wants us to live. In John 10:27, Jesus says, "My sheep listen to my voice, I know them, and they follow me." One name for Jesus is the Good Shepherd. Good shepherds watch over and protect their sheep. The sheep know their shepherd's voice and know who they can trust. We don't hear Jesus like I hear Brad, or at least how I usually hear Brad when he has a voice. We can listen and hear Jesus' words when we read them in the Bible. We can pray and talk to Jesus, and often the Holy Spirit will guide us so that we know what will make Jesus happy. Jesus' most important commands are you must love the Lord your God with all of your heart, all of your soul, and all of your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. If you are loving others, even the people who annoy you the most, you are listening to Jesus. There is so much noise in the world. Just stop and listen for a moment. What do you hear? Is it quiet where you are? Often the world around us is not quiet. There are refrigerators, dogs barking, trucks speeding down the street, and lots of other distractions. There are many people talking, and so many people are saying so many different things. Often those things contradict one another. Often all of those voices cause us to fight with one another. But if we listen, Jesus says love. James 1:19 says, "Understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. You must all be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry." I think James's big brother probably taught him that.
James was Jesus' little brother.
What?
I said, James was Jesus' little brother.
Yes, he was, and I think it is good advice for all of us. So let's take this time to do two things. First, let's read about Jesus and let's know his words. Some people misquote Jesus and live their lives acting like they know his words, but they do not. Get to know Jesus. Start with one of the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. As you read, think about what is Jesus actually saying, and then listen to him. Second, listen. God often guides our hearts when we listen. God will answer prayer, and we will hear it when we listen. God will nudge us to listen before we speak. Take a deep breath before we yell at one another, and love each other before we judge. We need to take the time to learn Jesus' words and listen to what he is telling us before we act. Our actions can hurt others when we say we are acting like Jesus, but we are really not acting like Jesus because we are wrong. Jesus cares the most that we love God and we love others. How are you doing with listening to Jesus? No, not you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
This is my real voice right now. I actually do have laryngitis, so Yeah.
And we're sorry that we can't be in person in church today. So we decided to make you a video and to say
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!